Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
It's a product that is today the most preferred because it's been tested and trusted. This life-endangering product is Nigeria's pride, and government, through the Standards Organization of Nigeria, is doing everything possible to maintain its quality and availability. Made in Nigeria cable is superior with an impressive success story. However, some unscrupulous importers are already cloning popular brands of locally produced cable to cripple the market. We shall tell you what the Standards Organization of Nigeria is doing in collaboration with relevant stakeholders to protect genuine local brands and stop the activities of greedy and unpatriotic businessmen who want to destroy our economy. The program you're watching is Standard and You, Nigeria's flagship television program on product safety and quality. 6:30 p.m. every Monday is our transmission time on this station. Please do not go anywhere. I'll be back shortly.
I want a situation where in the future, when you see a SON person, either in your market or in your shop or on the street, you bring him close to you and say, welcome, come, beer, let's talk. Because it's your brother, it's your friend. But I cannot be your brother if you don't know I'm interested in protecting you. Like they say, Onyewete son, with Rando.
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
The cables are made of the conductor and installation. Most of the conductors are made of copper because it has high flexibility and very little resistance. There are different types of cables designed for applications ranging from transmission to heavy industrial use. No doubt, the electric cable is a life-endangering product, and its safety depends largely on proper usage or handling of this very important product found in every home, office, and other outlets. It's an important product that can be very dangerous and sold at market across the country. Purchasing this product is as easy as walking into a shop where electrical appliances or electrical products are sold. Get one, and with the tap of a finger, a consumer puts it to use. Investigations reveal that not many can identify what makes the electrical cable fake, substandard, or standard. The focus of this demonstration by the head electrical unit of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Engineer Cherry Achema, is to help consumers identify a substandard cable from a standard one.
This is a coil of cable. It's a made in Nigeria cable, and of course we expect the first thing that you should look out for is the MANCAP logo. This is a MANCAP logo from the Standards Organization of Nigeria, and that says that this cable has gone through all the tests. It has been tested and has been certified that it is fit for the use of every consumer. Now, what other information that we should look out for? We need to know whether this cable is made in Nigeria. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from China? Is it coming from UK? Is it coming from Nigeria? Is it coming from Ghana or anywhere that is coming from? We need to know. And then what other information? We need to know, okay, this particular cable is of this size, because this is what guides electricians, this is what guides consumers in the purchase. While purchasing, you are buying a 1 mm square cable, it's supposed to be there, it will be there. And then aside from the country of origin, we need to know who is the manufacturer of this cable. Header, you should have your address there, you should have your logo there, so those informations are very key. And then we will need to know again the length of this cable, which is very key and which is supposed to guard against cheating.
It might interest you to know that the Standards Organization of Nigeria commits millions of naira to the acquisition of quality infrastructure to ascertain the quality of products, especially live endangered ones like the electric cable. This, according to Engineer Chema, is because when such life-endangering products fails to meet the requirements of the standard, they become dangerous and a threat to consumers.
A lot can happen to the insulation. This is the insulation of the cable, and this is the conductor. Now, if you bend it, as you bend it, there is a kind of stress at this bend. So why we test that even after you bend it, the insulation at this point should still be safe for use, and it will not cause fire, because when it comes in contact with another cable, that carries current, it will, fire will, be ignited. Now, if we have to check this insulation, we will have to check the thickness of this insulation, and this thickness is the one that surrounds this conductor. We want to know how thick it is, and every cable has its own different thickness.
Here, as my unit head has said, from here we can now pull the conductor out of the insulation gradually, so that we do not also stress the insulation we want to test. Already it's going to undergo that strength test. So we'll pull it out, and then we have prepared this number. And we have also inputted a value for the diameter and the thickness here. So we'll be running this on this software. First, we'll first of all mount the first sample, which we'll be testing. So having mounted this, so we'll come back to the software. Starting the test, the machine is now drawing the insulation. So we'll wait while the graph also is plotting on the system. So here we have the maximum load, the tensile strength, and the elongation at break. The standard has values also that will compare these ones to. So based on the requirements of the standard, we'll be able to ascertain if the cable has passed or not.
For every particular size of the cable, the resistance is different. For a 2.5 mm squared cable, the resistance is different from 1 mm. So the equipment will tell us whether it actually meets the specification of the standards. And then what else do we look out for? We will test, that's what we call resistance at 70 degrees. And what is the purpose of this? There is a construction design for leakage. Once that does not meet the requirement of the standard, of course, at that 70 degrees Celsius, the resistance that we are going to have will be far out of range with the standard. And then how do we still know? The safety of cables can still be determined by passing it through fire. Like we say, if, for instance, this cable ignites fire in the course of installation or having been installed, the standard tells us how this cable should burn. It should not burn beyond a particular length. If it burns beyond that particular length, that means that cable is substandard. And that is a very key safety test that we actually carry out. So that even when you have installed and something happens, anything can actually happen in the course of the use of electricity. But if it happens, what is going to happen? At least there is some level of safety that this cable will not burn to the point that it will extend to the whole house. In cases where technicians will tell you, okay, they need 10 coils of cables. And having bought those 10 coils of cables, during installation, they still find out that it's short. And then the owner will possibly think that it's the technician that has actually taken his cable, but meanwhile, it's not like that. It's because the length that is required, which is supposed to be 100 meters, is not the exact length that was sold to the technician. And we need to know whether that this particular company is, the cables that come out of this company, out of this factory, is actually 100 meters. And again, let's not be deceived. Sometimes they put 100 yards. We don't use 100 yards. We use meters. So it must be 100 meters. Where they write 100 yards is not up to 100 meters. So there's still some level of cheating there. Once each of these parameters that we have gone through is not meet the requirement of the standard, there's that danger of fire.
Engineer Chema pointed out clearly that it's extremely important for consumers to always seek the advice of experts when purchasing a life-threatening product, such as the electric cable, which when not properly handled or substandard could lead to massive destruction of properties and lives. He advised consumers to always ask questions about the quality of life-endangering products and stop exposing themselves and others around them to what he described as avoidable death and destruction of valuables.
I want a situation where in the future, when you see a son person, either in your market or in your shop or on the street, you bring him close to you and say, welcome, come, beer, let's talk. Because it's your brother, it's your friend. But I cannot be your brother if you don't know I'm interested in protecting you. Like they say, on your son, with Rando.
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
A warm welcome to your program Standard and You. My name is Ifeyinwa Okonkwo. Did you know that Made in Nigeria's cable is the best in the market today? Did you also know that some unscrupulous Nigerians are already cloning or faking, if you like, our local selling brands? The good news is that the Standards Organization of Nigeria has taken steps to check the activities of the illegal businessmen and protect the cable industry.
Every day, thousands of goods find their ways into the Nigerian markets. These goods are mostly imported from China and other Asian countries. Virtually every product, even those that can be produced locally, are imported into the country. This ugly trend has had negative implications on the nation's economy, especially the industrial sector. These products are traded at ridiculously cheap prices when compared with the locally made goods, thereby increasing consumers' penchant for imported goods. The prevalence of these goods has led to low patronage of made-in-Nigeria goods and forced some local producers out of business.
Still have a number of unscrupulous people in the business environment who have been perpetrating the issues of adulterated products, fake products, and all of that. And unless we have consequences for them, this kind of bad behavior will continue.
Worried by this ugly development, government has taken steps to reverse the trend by introducing economic policies to protect local manufacturers, boost the nation's industrial base to create jobs and wealth for the nation. The Nigerian cable industry was one of the critical sectors that benefited from government's revitalizing strategy. Government, through the Standards Organization of Nigeria, ensured that operations in the cable industry adhered strictly to standards and produced quality cables. While the technical support is still ongoing, the agency is also tackling the importation of fake and substandard cables considered to be a life-endangering product. Government's efforts in this regard is paying off. Today, made-in-Nigeria cables are not just the best, but can compete favorably with imported ones.
The standard is set in a way that we have taken fluctuation of electricity supply within in the country into account. And that's why that standard differs from the standard of other places. And that's why also the effectiveness of reliability of locally made cables are much, much better, because then it can stand fluctuations because it's already taken into account.
Sadly, it's been established by the SON and relevant operators in the industry that some unpatriotic and greedy Nigerians now clone, or better still, fake selling popular Nigerian brands.
We are losing the shares gradually. When it comes to domestic cable or industrial cable, more of the problem we face with the domestic cables, because it is easily manufactured at a cheaper cost and gets into the local market and takes away the shares of the local manufacturers' presence in the market. So we lose our share over a period of time, and at the end of the day, we are risking the people, the end user also. We are endangering them, because if there is a short circuit, if there is a fire, they are losing their lives. Okay, so basically we have to encourage the local manufacturers and stop the cross-border illicit tradings.
This development places a huge burden on the SON, tasked with the responsibility of enforcing standards in Nigeria.
We have power to prosecute, to go to court. We have power to convict people. Those people who are doing bad, if you let us know, we'll take care of them.
No doubt, the SON is up to the task and has upgraded its testing facility to take even on-the-spot analysis to determine the quality of cable and electrical electronic products, as explained by the agency's head of electrical laboratory, Engineer Cherry Achama.
We have offices in all the 36 states, including the Federal Capital Territory. You are free to call any of our offices, and then they will give you a proper guidance on what cable to buy, and then information on any particular cable that you have. If you are in doubt of that particular cable, then don't buy.
It's an onerous task, and the SON is obviously not relenting in its efforts to combat the menace, but urged Nigerians to join in the war against fake and substandard products. However, the volume of investment in that sector has doubled and still rising, as more genuine importers of cable are either in the process of establishing factories or have done so already.
We are making serious efforts, because the truth remains, looking at what is on ground, if we want to be true to ourselves, very soon, if you are not in local production, you might not be able to compete in the market. So in cable production, it has to talk about power. Power is key. Access road is key. Then also, foreign exchange to access raw material is a key. Then you look at what is the measure or the tax they pay, what are the duties they pay. So these are vital things that the government needs to put into consideration and do the needful in order to encourage the sector, so that other people will also come in.
As more people venture into the business of cable manufacturing, economic experts say it will create job opportunities and wealth for the nation, but want government to step up measures to check the influx of the product where Nigeria has comparative advantage.
My people, whenever una go market, go buy cable. Standards Organization of Nigeria, they say, make una shine una eyes well. If una wan buy cable, make una carry technician wey go help una select the right cable. Make una house for no burn. Make una neighbor house for no burn. SON na im dey talk am. Abeg, make una shine una eyes well. What more can I say? Even when we got it right as a people, there are some of our brothers who still think and act differently. These are unpatriotic elements who want to destroy our nation, and the only way we can check their illegal activity is to insist on quality. Please join the Quality Vanguard. If you see something, say something to the SON. Alimoto C4 is standing by and ready to treat your messages.
Call it a first aid response to fire. that can help prevent catastrophic damage to property and even loss of life. This handheld cylindrical pressure vessel contains an agent that can be discharged to extinguish a fire, often in emergency situations. I'm talking about the fire extinguisher. I'll be sharing 5 standard tips on the fire extinguisher right after responding to your feedback. My name is Halimot Osifo. Welcome. Abdurrahman Sumaila says, I watched your program online and saw how you've helped people to recover their lost money to fake materials. A financial institution defrauded me by charging me more than 100% of the loan I took from it as an interest. They gave me 210,000 naira and collected more than 430,000 naira from me. I need your help. Thank you so much, Abdurrahman, for reaching out to us. The nature of this complaint isn't on product quality and safety. Please approach the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, or the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, LASCOPA, to intervene and take necessary actions. Anonymous message says, since February, I returned a bad phone to the seller. Until date, they have refused to replace it or refund my money back to me. Please write a letter of complaint addressed to the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria through our email, customerfeedback.collaboration@son.gov.ng, to kickstart the process of resolving this complaint. Osinachi Ogbonna says, how many people can afford new tire? Osinachi, as much as I agree with you that not many can afford brand new tires, it's not enough to compromise on quality, given the dangers of substandard tires, otherwise known as Tokumbo tires in Nigeria. Let's be wise. Tommy Thomas says, you need to visit some notorious warehouses in Ladipo, Mushin area. It is terrible. Keep up the drive. Thank you so much for notifying us. We would investigate and take necessary actions. Adobe Agbaje from Lagos says, I thank you people for your good actions. Thank you so much. It's nice to hear from you. Now to 5 standard tips on fire extinguisher. Buy only fire extinguisher that has been tested and certified by the Standards Organization of Nigeria and follow instructions on usage. Know the right type of fire extinguisher to use because different types of fire extinguisher are designed to fight different class or type of fire. Place the fire extinguisher within easy reach, such as in the kitchen, hallways and near exit doors, and use when everyone has been evacuated and emergency services has been called. To operate a portable fire extinguisher, use the pass method. That is, pull the pin, aim low, squeeze the lever slowly and evenly. Sweep the nozzle from side to side. Regularly inspect your fire extinguisher to check for physical damage or know when to be recharged. There you have it, 5 standard tips on fire extinguisher. And that's a wrap on this week's episode of your favorite public sensitization program, Standard and You. 0705-972-4455 is the number to send in your messages to with your full name and location. Tag along with us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. You can watch previous episodes online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Why you dey buy fake product, Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live. Buy original. You should know where to go. The SOS.